is Arunava Chaudhuri and you are on my YouTube channel Arunfoot. The All India Football Federation has called for a special general body meeting on Sunday, October the 12th at Football House in Dwarka, New Delhi to clear the new AIFF constitution which the Supreme Court of India announced on September 19, 2025. Now, that is one side of the story because the Supreme Court has been looking into the matter of a new AIFF constitution for nearly 8 years. Finally, as per the recommendations of Justice Nageshwar Rao, a new draft AIFF constitution was passed and was cleared by the Supreme Court of India on that 19th of September. But the problem that was there, is there, and most probably will be there, is the fact that the Supreme Court of India, even in the year 2025, has not understood that a matter of sports, that the law of the land is below the law of sports. So law of sports stands above law of the land. Something that I tried to explain to the COA in 2022 and which they couldn't and didn't want to understand, and that information over these years was actually factually not really passed on to the Supreme Court, to the bench which was hearing or is hearing the case. Now the problem that the AIFF finds itself with this special general body meeting is, if it clears this constitution as it is now written on paper, it includes and involves third-party interference, meaning that there is a certain level of oversight by the Supreme Court of India, meaning that if the AIFF wants to change anything in this constitution that the Supreme Court of India is enforcing on the All India Football Federation, that those changes need to be cleared, okayed by the Supreme Court. And that, in simple sports governance language, as per statutes of global sports, as per the statutes of FIFA and the Asian Football Confederation, means third-party interference. Simple. There is no working around it. And that brings us to the difficult situation that the All India Football Federation finds itself in, because the Supreme Court has given the AIFF time to adopt this constitution and then go back to FIFA. Now the problem is, if the AIFF, under the leadership of its president Kalyan Chaubey, does not implement this constitution, then as per the Supreme Court of India, it is contempt of court. So you are violating a clear order of the court that this constitution has to be implemented. And that to me clearly means that the Supreme Court of India is enforcing on the All India Football Federation something which it should not be doing, because it should give the power back to the AIFF to look after its own affairs, and if there are any violations, it needs to be dealt in the court of sports. Meaning that if India had, hopefully it will have in the future, through the new National Sports Governance Act, a sports tribunal. If that doesn't work, you could go theoretically to CAS, or if you want to keep it outside of the judiciary but within football, you could go first to the Asian Football Confederation and then to world governing body FIFA. We are in a very tricky situation because in little over a week, the AIFF will convene at Football House. And to me, it is a very dangerous thing that is going to happen, because the AIFF themselves have put themselves into the situation because their legal representative or their representatives over the last 7-8 years have not been able to get through to the Supreme Court to get them to understand that, ladies and gentlemen, actually, factually, this is not a matter that you should be hearing. If FIFA had been tough on us, if the AFC and FIFA together would have been tough on us, we would have most probably been banned multiple times over those nearly 8 years. And the other point is, to me, is that if you listen to some portions of the hearing in the last few weeks and months, that there is a lack of respect of the Supreme Court of India for an institution like FIFA. It is up to them, but to me, that sets a very dangerous precedent. And therefore, the AIFF have a little over a week to figure out how to risk another FIFA ban. It is a real danger, and the AIFF needs to act on that point smartly and cleverly to avoid the ban. And therefore, I call on Kalyan Chaubey and the other executive committee members, find a way. In the best case, send your legal counsel back to the Supreme Court and say, ladies and gentlemen, there are points which you have mentioned in the Constitution or in that draft Constitution which we are supposed to ratify, which violate the norms of international sports governance of the FIFA and AFC statutes. What do you guys think? Can the AIFF avoid the FIFA ban, or are we not only risking it but actually sleepwalking into a ban given the circumstances of how the judiciary has been handling this matter? Write down your comments below, and as always, like, share and subscribe Arunfoot here on YouTube. Visit my other social medias, visit arunfoot.com, and I'll be back very soon. Arunava Chaudhuri signing off. Bye for now.